If your goal is to retire early and to achieve financial freedom, there are certain things that you need to watch out, especially when we talk about things that we subscribe to. Watch this video to the end so that I can highlight certain things that probably you are not aware that you are subscribing to now. A lot of us subscribe to a lot of things, and probably we are not even aware of it. Why? Because the expense, the payment for this subscription is automatically deducted away from our credit card. And so we don't even look at it. So today, I want to highlight some of this subscription that you potentially have that may be actually hurting you and maybe you're not even aware of. Many of us have a cable TV subscription and we just pay. In fact, a lot of us don't even spend time watching TV too much. So as a result, you pay a lot of money for a service that you hardly use. Why? Because on a weekday, you're hardly home. Probably you come back home late. Probably over the weekend, you will watch some TV. So let us look at the alternatives to cable TV. There are many out there. But one of them is actually the TV box. This is actually a small little box like this, which is connected to your home internet. Yes, you need a fast home internet for this. And with this box, you can actually be watching programs from the US, programs from UK, programs from Australia. So you can actually be watching all those as well. On top of that, you will have programs such as the History Channel, even the Discovery Channel, National Geographic, and even all the different news from CNN across to Fox or even to Sky TV, BBC as well. So you can actually, this TV box actually provides all those. And on top of that, you can also watch movies on it, and it's all on HD, 4K TV movies you can watch from them. You can also watch TV series from this, from the Game of Thrones and things like that. So actually, with this TV box, you can watch anything else, totally anything. So if you have this TV box, why do you need to subscribe to a cable TV? And the good thing is that this TV box, I only pay one time, and on top of that, because I use my home internet, so I already paying for that already. So in a way, it's a free service. I just pay for the TV box one time only. So these are the things that you need to watch out for. Things that you are leaking from your pocket. This subscription that's leaking from your pocket. So why are we talking about subscription services and why we should be cancelling them? Well, if you've been following my video series, you know that I strongly believe that all of us can retire early and also achieve financial freedom. So the way to do it is, when you get your monthly salary every month, a certain portion is you paid out as expenses, and whatever is left over is you use this money to be put into an investment pot or an investment vehicle that will give us passive income. So the idea is that this passive income will grow to be so big that it will be more than your monthly expenses, and that's when you can retire. So in order for this investment account, this investment vehicle to get very fast, very quick, very big and very quick, the idea is that to limit your expenses. And of course, among the expenses, the big chunk is going into your house, your car. So apart from it, there's a car, the house, and among them is your subscription service. So if you're able to cut that amount, because a little bit makes a lot of difference. You cut here and there, and what happens is you get a lot more money into your investment vehicle that potentially will earn you passive income so that you can retire early. If you like topics like this and about how to achieve financial freedom and retiring early, and also wealth creation strategies, start right now by clicking on the subscribe button here and clicking on the bell so that every time I come up with a new video, you'll be notified. The next thing I'm going to talk about is actually the subscription for newspaper and for magazine. Why do you need that to be delivered to your home? You don't really. In fact, for newspapers nowadays, there are many ways you can get to read the paper that you want. Okay, of course, the first one is that probably your office is already subscribing to a newspaper, so you can read it in the office. Or also, which is a stretch really, is actually go to the library to read, which I don't recommend. Yeah. And of course, the third thing is that you can actually get to read all this newspaper online, on internet, or even on your mobile phone. And this is something that you can already done. You don't need to actually get a physical paper to read. And of course, there are also newspapers that are free, which are equally good compared to the branded ones. So these are the things that you can do in replacement for the newspaper subscription that you're having. The next thing I'll talk about is the magazine, your magazine subscription. I don't know about you, but I'm also very terrible in this. I remember when I was subscribing to some magazines and those magazines come into my mailbox. All I did was I take it out from the mailbox and I put it aside. I put it aside, and it's one pile of magazines which I've never read, still in its wrapper, right? It's such a waste of money, right? So now I have I've learned to be a bit more careful with this. So I have cancelled all my magazine subscription, and anytime I want to read about certain magazine, what I do is, again, I use the internet. I just use Google and I Google it and I just read it off the internet. So these are the things that you can do that you don't need to spend so much money on subscription services. The next thing that we normally will subscribe to is the gym. And we pay every month this gym subscription that is every month automatically deducted from our credit card. So I'm going to ask you, when was the last time you've been to the gym? 2 months? 3 months ago? Yeah, because I know, a lot of us, especially when in January, what we normally do is we have a New Year resolution, and it says that, oh, I'm going to lose this weight, I'm going to build muscles and stuff like that. We get pulled into all this promotion by the gym, or maybe even we actively go out to actually go to subscribe to a gym membership. And guess what? Maybe the first month, oh, you were really active. You were going there probably 2-3 times a week to exercise and stuff like that. And after that, in February, instead of the 2-3 times a month, what you do is you scale down to 1 time a week. And as time goes by, you totally don't even go to the gym at all. So these are the things that if you're not using it, cut it off. Cut it off. Why are you paying for something that you don't use? The other thing that we are subscribing to and that we pay every month is the golf club membership. Again, we have this strongest desire why we want to have this membership. Firstly, is for exercise, that we say that we want to play golf every week so that we can keep fit. Yeah? And of course, the other thing is to say I want to have networking. So now I'm going to put the same question to you. When was the last time you've been to your golf club? A month ago? 2 months ago? 3 months ago? Yeah, so why are you paying for things that you don't use? Cut it off, cut it off. And so you can see that we have a lot of things that we are paying for unnecessary. So what I want you to do is that you go and look at your credit card statement and go through them item by item, and you can see that probably there are certain things that you are paying for that you don't use at all. This is especially true talking about subscription, right? So those are the things. Cancel it, take it out, so that it will not impact your expenses, so that your expenses is much lower, right? So now I have also created another video on talking about buying a house where you can be financially free, certain strategy that you can use, and the video is right up here. And if you like these kind of videos that I'm doing, please subscribe to me, and the button is up there. Click on the bell so that you'll be notified every time I put up a new video.